what are you doing?
Hey, what's up? You like my new gun?
Yes, I love this.
I love it.
Ooh, but there's no way I can afford this. I'm on a budget.
What's your budget?
400.
Got the perfect one for you, right here.
Pretty.
Let's talk about the top 5 handguns, 9mm, under $400. Welcome back to Class Firearms, guys. Kai over here with Sophia.
Glad to be here.
Glad to have you. And in this video, we're going to talk about top 5 semi-automatic 9mm handguns under $400. Now, a lot of folks like some budget options out there, myself included, not Jason though. And in this video, we're going to talk about some budget guns. And budget doesn't mean bad. In fact, these guns, I would pick every single one of them to protect my life and those around me. So they're absolutely solid. So something that costs low doesn't mean they're bad. With that being said, we're gonna dive right into them. Here's what I'm gonna tell you. Every single guns that'll be featured in this video, you guys know where to find them. So let's dive right into it. Number 5.
Starting off today with number 5, we have the Taurus GX4. Now, this is a pretty new option by the Taurus line. I actually got to go to the Taurus range experience and shoot it for the first time with a few other media members and just people from the public that were excited to see what they came out with, because this is actually the first subcompact pistol by Taurus. So I'm really excited to talk about it today. There are a few reasons it's number 5, but it is one of my personal favorites, just because I've had a good experience with it myself. Something cool about this gun, when you purchase this, you get a holster that can either be worn OWB or IWB. So if you're looking for a concealment pistol under 400, of course that's the non-Toro, that's the non-optics ready version, and you would like a holster to go with it to test it out, I think it's a great option. What do you think?
Yeah. So, you know, Taurus is a company that I don't have much experience with, but I know I shot this thing. Initially, the trigger was a little bit kind of hard to get used to because it's got that hard wall.
Fair.
And you gotta kind of press it like that. But overall, the feel of it, of course, it's, you know, Taurus makes those budget guns that are actually reliable, good to you can still depend your life on. And so I don't think this is anything short of that. So that's why it is on our list. It is number 5. Good looking little pistol too. So nice to conceal. Also, you know, for some folks, probably sidearm as well. OWB and IWB, that's inside the waistband, outside the waistband for those who don't know. Pretty good. Let's move on to number 4. And number 4 is going to be the SAR 9 from SAR Firearms. This is their flagship gun. This has got the no external safety and external safety version over here. And this is the X model that's got cut slides. Now this thing, I've got a lot of experience with SAR pistols because I used to actually rep for these guys a while back. I'm good friends with them. I have no affiliations with them. Being as honest as I possibly can, this is an incredibly nice shooting gun for the price point. It is under 400 bucks. You can actually find them under $300 nowadays, especially this guy. It is one of the best bang for the money kind of gun. I know you don't have much experience, but you kind of played around with this thing. What do you think?
I did, yeah, absolutely. So the first thing I noticed when I picked it up is the ergonomics of the grip. I immediately was like, oh, this just feels right, right? I haven't shot it like you said, but I would imagine this one would mitigate recoil a little bit better because of the slits in the slide. So I'm kind of seeing that already. And the trigger kind of reminds me of the trigger on the Taurus. It's not...
It's like a Glock trigger.
Absolutely. Nothing, you know, to write home about per se, but
Exactly.
I'm excited to try it out sometime, especially because of its cost.
Yeah, exactly. What I like about this thing, it tracks really well. Like, I'm able to shoot very accurately with this gun for the price that it offers. In fact, some of the more expensive ones, the guns that are out there that I shoot against this, I always outperform them with this. It's very subjective, obviously. It's my experience. But that's it. Number 4, SAR Firearms, SAR 9. Let's move on to number 3.
And coming in at number 3 is the Canic TP9 SF. So this one in particular, when I picked it up for the first time, I noticed the striker indicator on the back. And my first thought was, you know, if you're buying a gun in this price point, it may be because you are a new shooter. So this may be a feature that you can appreciate because of the kind of stress around having to learn all of the indicators that a gun is loaded or ready to fire at least. So that's something I appreciate about this. What do you have there?
This is the MC9, obviously. Same thing, just a carry gun, micro compact 9mm. It's pretty much the same thing. You got the striker status indicator back here. That's red means dead, cocked, obviously. And then these guns are all checked prior to this video so we can press trigger. And now it is released. That's in there, that's how you know this trigger is released. This is the compact version, obviously TP9 SF. This is a full duty version. And Canic has obviously come out with multiple different guns. in the last, obviously, few years. These are under $400 and they are absolutely fantastic. MC9 is a great option for you to carry. It's a little gun right here. You carry pretty much for anybody. They've got the extended magazine right here, 15 rounds. They got the 12 plus one, obviously 13 round capacity. That's flush fit magazine. Pretty awesome. And we got the TP9. This gives you obviously 17 round magazine capacity. You can have extended magazine as well. Feels really good in the hand. The stippling is really good. Ergonomically is pretty nice overall. And Canic shoots really well, very reliable. Just very deserving to be in number 3. What do you think?
I agree.
Yeah, you've got a lot of experience with Canic, right?
No.
Really?
Are you joking?
All right,
No,
number 2.
I don't. Todd?
And number 2 is going to be law enforcement trade-in Glock 17 Gen 2 over here. And we've got the Smith & Wesson MMP9. It's another law enforcement trade-in. These are 2 absolutely fantastic options when it comes to having a gun for home defense, self-defense, carrying it, whatever. Even if you are in the security field, law enforcement field, you want to actually upgrade whatever you're issued. Absolutely fantastic option. I've carried both of them. Not necessarily Glock 7. Well, I did carry Glock 17 for a brief time, Gen 5, but Glock 22 and Glock 23, 40 calibers, Gen 3s, love them, and also MMP 40, which is in this case these are 9mm obviously. I absolutely love them. Super reliable. They feel great, and reputable companies behind them. That's it. What do you think?
Absolutely. I think it's important to mention what a trade-in is. Would you mind explaining that?
Yeah, trade-in. Law enforcement departments, they upgrade their guns to maybe a newer generation, or maybe completely get a new contract from another company. And what they do is officers turn their guns in, and the department just basically sells them out. So,
I didn't even know that was a thing.
oh, it happens all the time. Sometimes, like in this case, they actually buy the guns, and then something falls through, or somebody else bids better, and without even ever shooting them, they just simply sell them like brand
Amazing.
new, like in this case, like friggin' brand new.
Yeah.
So these things happen all the time. So some companies out there, they're able to get their hands on some trade-ins, and you guys get an awesome deal. That's all I can say. What do you think about the Smith & Wesson and Glock?
Well, these are just classic options. As someone who gets asked about recommendations all the time for first-time gun owners and what should my next concealed carry be, these are 2 classic brands I feel so confident mentioning. It's really all, though. You pretty much said it all.
Yeah, absolutely. And guys, you guys are probably wondering, wait, a Glock and Smith & Wesson? And how come Smith & Wesson and Glock, they're not number 1? Well, because you guys are gonna have to stand by for our number 1, because we got something really nice for number 1, under $400. But we're gonna talk about an honorable mention before we get to our number 1. And our honorable mention is going to be, obviously, the brand new 2024 Ruger RXM. This is a Ruger and Magpul collaboration. It's practically a Glock clone that is modular. Now, what do you think about this?
Ooh, this is actually the first time I'm ever seeing this.
Same here. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Absolutely. It looks exactly like a Glock 19. That was the first platform I learned on.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we're mentioning that platform today in the 17. But yeah, I mean,
Feels like a Glock.
feels like
right?
a Glock, yes. Sights are slightly different, but
Sights are nice.
I
They
like them.
actually gave us nice sights.
Compared to the standard Glock sights, I agree. I actually really like this indicator for your left thumb. I'm someone who tends to ride the slide sometimes, so
Yep.
this is kind of a nice index point, in my
And
opinion.
it's a modular gun, so that's actually a
Ooh.
push. You push that thing, the kind of one of the buttons you got to press to get this gun disassembled, like the fire control unit to be popped out.
Okay.
That's what it is. And trigger, I found that trigger to be similar to Glocks in general. And this is a Gen 3 Glock, I guess, platform is from Gen 3, so it's not ambidextrous when it comes to slide stop or slide release lever. It's cut for a dot, right? The RMR and a bunch of other things. They have different technology in there. You could actually put a few other dots on there. Overall, I think for the money, under $400, it's a brand new, reputable company, Ruger, obviously Magpul. It is something worth trying. Now, why is this an honorable mention? Because it needs to prove itself.
Right.
Like I have zero experience with this thing. I haven't fired it, you haven't either, right?
No.
We just saw it for the first time. And we need to see that this thing actually can stay together. It's reliable, it shoots well, and it's a balanced gun. It doesn't really recoil all that much, all that stuff. We gotta test it out a little bit. That's why it is an honorable mention, because it looks promising.
Absolutely. It also has an extended mag release. Kind of like that.
That's right.
Just a bit.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
There it is.
Wonderful.
So Ruger RXM, that was our honorable mention. Let's move on to the number 1.
And coming in number 1, we have the CZP10F. Now, when I was playing with these earlier and kind of just feeling the ergonomics of it as well as the trigger on this particular gun stood out the most to me. And I understand why we chose it for number 1. For the quality of gun you get here, the price point is just wild to me. What do you think?
Yeah. CZP10F, guys. Now, you were wondering, wait, why did I just pick Glock and Smith & Wesson number 2? Well, this is why. It's CZ, and I know a lot of you guys love CZ. We all do. They are one of the most underrated guns out there. Now, this one in particular is more of the competition and like a little higher end of CZ P10F lineup. The regular ones, you know, there's a cut for a .1, not cut for a .1, but you can find a regular P10F for under $400. But overall, pretty much exactly the same. I've taken this thing to the range so many times and it tracks so well. Very balanced, recoil's really nice. The trigger is awesome, as you said, like right here. So here's the deal, trigger is really far back, right? And there's a reason for that. If you're shooting with gloves, whatever, you put your finger through this trigger guard, you don't inadvertently press that trigger. So there's enough room right here. That's why you have this giant opening. And when you press the trigger, right at like even before 90, you hit a wall, a very obvious wall. And then you press, it just very crisp break. There it is. I think overall, fantastic trigger. Still like one of those combat triggers too, like about 5 pounds. Fiber optic sights, feels really good. The grip is really good. And I think out of all of these pistols that I've shot, this is one of the most accurate ones for me. I know that's subjective, but I was in love with this thing, and I wasn't the only one. Other guys who shot it, they were like, wow, this is at a different level. And for the price point, we were all very much impressed. So CZ P10F, absolutely a deserving number 1 on our list. That's it. And I understand this is more of a higher end one, but they look pretty much the same.
Yeah.
That's it. So you haven't shot this at all, right?
I have not, no.
You got to try this.
I would love to.
And yeah, next time we're gonna go to the range, we'll take this with. You're gonna completely understand what I'm saying.
Sounds good.
But this is absolutely a winner. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section, guys. What is your top 5 semi-automatic 9mm pistols that are under $400? Did we miss anything? Let us know. Perhaps we'll do part 2 for you guys. Or should we try other calibers? Let us know in the comment section. You wanna add anything else?
I think you covered it all.
All right, sounds great, and I think we should go where? As always, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate your business.
God bless.
And we'll see you on the next one.